Hello everyone, and welcome to my Young and Restless official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. In the Young and the Restless YNR recap for Tuesday, March 11th, it is revealed that Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, and Sharon Newman, Sharon case, would be used as test subjects as it is established that a white van was connected to their kidnappings. Phyllis will find it difficult to trust Sharon in captivity, even though she will pressure her to swallow what she thinks is the remedy. But in the end, Phyllis will swallow the sticker-marked water bottle and recover in a few minutes. If things had gone the other way, Sharon will question whether Phyllis would have done the same for her. Although Phyllis will pretend that she might not have, Sharon will believe that Phyllis would have assisted her as well. Phyllis will hold Sharon's hand and thank her for saving her life before attempting to sleep on the couch. Eventually, the captor will explain to Sharon that this is an experiment and that it is not personal. Sharon will complain that they are lab rats and express concern that being freed does not guarantee that they will be reunited with their loved ones. Phyllis will confess that she doesn't think they're leaving anytime soon when Sharon yells and startles her. Given that Sharon and Phyllis are still missing, Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, will confide in Victoria Newman, Amelia Heinley, at Society about his worries. Before the Chancellor, Connor Floyd, shows in with some updates, Daniel Romalotti Jr., Michael Graziadei, will join the conversation. There will be evidence that a white van without windows pulled up after Phyllis left the athletic club, according to some fresh CCTV footage. That identical van, which had been stolen that morning from a medical supply firm, was also seen with Sharon in the Cassidy First parking lot. Nick hopes that this hint may help them determine the current location of Phyllis and Sharon. Summer Newman, Allison Lanier, will ruin Kyle Abbott's, Michael Mealer, date with Claire Newman, Haley Aaron, at the GCAC in Tuesday's YNR episode by claiming it's about Harrison Abbott, Redding Munsell. Summer will claim that Harrison might have heard something about Phyllis's disappearance, so they should speak with him tonight and attempt to reassure him after Claire leaves. Summer will be happy when Kyle gives in to her argument that this cannot wait. Claire will choose to get a drink at the bar despite Summer's attempts to persuade her not to wait around. Holden Novak, Nathan Owens, will arrive and order them both some Vespers because Claire will find the martini she orders to be a bit too powerful. Holden will flirt with Claire about James Bond before they exchange introductions because she will prefer that. They will see Holden and Claire clinking glasses as Kyle and Summer return. When Summer mentions that Claire has made a new friend, Kyle will become a little envious and try to salvage their date by stealing her from Holden. According to spoilers for The Young and the Restless, Claire and Kyle will likely have more relationship problems in the future. As a result, we'll be providing you with more predictions about all the unsettling news that will likely surface. During their supper at the GCAC, Kyle and Claire talk about his parents' argument over who is the best Bond. No Bond film has ever been seen by Claire. She acknowledges that she has never had a martini either as he takes out the champagne. Claire enters the room while they are kissing and asks to talk to her ex. Kyle protests, but Summer is adamant that this is crucial. Claire accepts and leaves. Summer confides in Kyle that she fears Harrison will learn about her mother's disappearance. He was scheduled to learn ping pong from Phyllis yesterday. Hearing about this could be even more distressing for Harrison, who can recall being kidnapped himself. She believes they should speak with him tonight. She's going insane since she doesn't know where her mother is. She isn't giving up, even if he doesn't see the need to bother their kid about it. He accepts that they can go upstairs and speak with Harrison after she apologizes for spoiling their romantic evening. When Claire comes back, she laughs that she feels like she's disturbing them. He clarifies that they must inform Harrison that Phyllis may have been abducted. Claire decides to wait for Kyle because she understands. Summer offers that they reschedule since she doesn't want to keep her waiting. Summer appears unimpressed and ushers Kyle out when Claire offers to wait at the bar. Claire orders a martini while seated at the bar. She admits it's strong as she takes a taste. Holden sits next to her, talks endlessly about martinis and Vespers, and then orders the latter for both of them. She likes it more after drinking it. He informs her what's in the drink while they joke around. They discuss Bond. Despite his admiration for Daniel Craig, Holden advises her to read the novels instead of the movies. he omits the fact that his best friend makes fun of him for exclusively enjoying French fiction from the 19th century. Summer and Kyle come back and see them as Holden and Claire introduce themselves. She remarks, it appears that Claire has made a new friend. After Kyle interrupts and gives her an update on Harrison, Summer thanks him and goes upstairs. She reveals that the man next to her introduced her to Vespers, which surprises Kyle. Kyle apologizes as they head back to their table with Claire. She acknowledges this and tells him that Summer does not pose a threat to her. She doesn't have to be, he says. Since Kyle makes her feel dizzy, she finishes her drink but is unaware of how strongly it is affecting her. They are concerned about the situation involving Sharon and Phyllis when Nick joins his sister at society. Although his sister claims that the women are fortunate to have him watch out for them, he questions whether they are simply ignoring him. For the sake of the children, she continues, they must all support one another. He acknowledges, but the children have been noticing his anxiety. Their parents' strength is something they discuss. When he shares his chat with Billy, she is taken aback, and she remarks that both of them make excellent fathers. Nick's only concern is that one day he won't have to worry about anything. He is reminded by his sister of the positive aspects of his life, such as Claire's professional success. She is certain that the situation between Sharon and Phyllis will simply be miscommunication. He has a strong feeling that there is more. He has no updates, despite the kids' constant texts asking for them. They are unaware of the trouble, he says again. His sister is certain that he cannot deceive himself and is aware that the women want assistance. Daniel appears and claims that although he keeps attempting to convince Lucy, he doesn't believe it himself. He fears that they might not see Sharon or his mother ever again. Despite his conversations with Chance, the police have not produced any results. Lucy is asking questions, and Summer is freaking out. Victoria offers to bring Johnny and Lucy together. Daniel has a gut feeling that something is wrong here. Chance shows up with some news. They have video of a white van driving away after Phyllis vanished from the GCAC. Sharon was last spotted leaving the parking area in the same van. On the day the women vanished, the van was reported stolen. To get them home, Nick is certain that this is all they need. Phyllis feels as if she swallowed battery acid at the medical clinic's basement. She should drink the water bottle with the sticker on it, Sharon advises. Sharon urges her to drink it since she is certain it must contain the remedy. Phyllis pushes it away because she fears the water will kill her. Sharon demands to know if she made the correct decision while turning to the intercom. Sharon now has the courage to commit planned murder, according to Phyllis, who won't trust her any more than the lunatic. The last time she accused her of attempting to kill her, Sharon corrects her. Sharon notes that she will have to tell her children that she died out of spite when Phyllis refuses the water. Phyllis, weary of hearing her, consents to have a drink. Phyllis remains silent for a long before explaining that she feels as though she is having fish hooks pulled out of her stomach, as if she swallowed a tackle box full of them. Sharon tells her that it might take some time to work and exhorts her to finish the water. To get the antidote circulating, she exhorts Phyllis to move around. She follows her around the room after helping her up. Phyllis has to get back on the couch because she is weak. The ache begins to subside. They must have passed the test, according to Sharon. They are being kept against their will by a psychotic wannabe game show host, and Phyllis doesn't feel like celebrating. The speaker assures Sharon that she done a good job. Sharon shouts that they should play nice because they went too far. Sharon discovers that rescuing Phyllis's life was a component of the game when the intercom rings off once more. If she had consumed the poison, she questions whether Phyllis would have been able to save her. Phyllis believes that Sharon's poisoning death might be the least she deserves. Sharon is aware that Phyllis despises her, but she doesn't think she would allow her to pass away. They begin arguing over who is more intelligent. Sharon says she's happy she's alive and believes Phyllis wouldn't really let her die, even though she is certain that she would accuse her of merely attempting to be a better person. She is certain that saving her life won't be enough to make up for what she did, but it ought to be worthwhile. Phyllis is currently too tired to have a talk about this. Sharon reassures her that she will be secure and advises her to go to sleep. Phyllis thanks her for saving her life while holding her hand. The voice praises Sharon while she's asleep, telling her that she's getting closer to freedom. What's in this for them? Sharon wonders the speaker. The speaker maintains that there is nothing personal about this and that it is merely an experiment. Sharon inquires as to whether liberation refers to their release or if they have another idea. Because tomorrow will be hectic, the voice advises her to get some rest. Sharon begins to scream. Sharon tells Phyllis when she wakes up that she doesn't think they will be leaving anytime soon. Have you yet to join our Facebook groups for soap spoilers? In our groups, which are devoted to recaps, spoilers, rumors, gossip, and comings and goings, you may converse with other soap lovers who share your interests. Visit our Canadian Day Ahead Recaps group, Young and Restless. Sharon and Phyllis's captivity, a test of survival and trust. The episode opens with Sharon and Phyllis trapped in the basement of a medical clinic, where they are being subjected to a series of twisted experiments by their unseen captor. The dynamic between the two women is fraught with tension, as their long history of animosity clashes with their current need to rely on each other for survival. Sharon, ever the problem solver, is determined to find a way out of their predicament, while Phyllis remains skeptical and combative, her distrust of Sharon running deep. The captor's latest challenge involves a riddle and a potentially poisoned water bottle. Sharon deduces that the water marked with a sticker is the antidote and urges Phyllis to drink it. Phyllis, however, is reluctant, fearing that Sharon might be trying to harm her. The two women engage in a heated exchange, with Phyllis accusing Sharon of having ulterior motives and Sharon countering that Phyllis's stubbornness could cost them both their lives. Despite her reservations, Phyllis eventually drinks the water, and her symptoms begin to subside. The moment is a turning point in their relationship, as Phyllis reluctantly thanks Sharon for saving her life. As they catch their breath, Sharon reflects on whether Phyllis would have done the same for her if their roles were reversed. Phyllis initially brushes off the question, but Sharon suspects that, deep down, Phyllis would have helped her too. The captor's voice interrupts their conversation, commending Sharon for her quick thinking but reminding them that the experiment is far from over. Sharon's frustration boils over as she demands to know what their captor hopes to gain from this cruel game. The voice cryptically responds that this is not personal, it's merely an experiment. Sharon's fear grows as she realizes that liberation might not mean freedom but something far more sinister. Nick and Victoria, a sibling bond amidst chaos. Meanwhile, at Society, Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, opens up to his sister, Victoria Newman, Amelia Hindley, about his growing concerns over Sharon and Phyllis's disappearance. Nick's worry is palpable as he struggles to maintain hope while grappling with the possibility that something terrible has happened to the two women. Victoria offers her support, reminding Nick that they are all in this together and that they need to stay strong for the sake of their families. Their conversation takes a poignant turn as they reflect on their parents' resilience and the challenges they've faced as a family. Nick admits that he feels a deep sense of responsibility to protect those he loves, but the uncertainty of the situation is taking its toll. Victoria reassures him that they will get through this, just as they have overcome other crises in the past. Their bond as siblings shines through, providing a moment of warmth amidst the chaos. Daniel and Chance, desperation and determination. Daniel Romalotti Jr., Michael Graziadei, joins Nick and Victoria, expressing his own fears about his mother's disappearance. Daniel's anguish is evident as he confesses that he's struggling to reassure his daughter, Lucy, while grappling with his own doubts. He reveals that he's been in contact with Chance Chancellor, Connor Floyd, who has been working tirelessly to uncover any leads. Chance arrives with a breakthrough. CCTV footage has revealed a white van with no windows near the locations where both Sharon and Phyllis were last seen. The van was reported stolen from a medical supply company on the morning of the disappearances, providing a crucial clue. Nick's hope is rekindled as he realizes that this could be the key to finding Sharon and Phyllis. The group resolves to follow this lead, determined to bring their loved ones home. Kyle, Summer, and Claire, a complicated love triangle. At the Grand Phoenix Athletic Club, GCAC, Kyle Abbott, Michael Mealer, and Claire Newman, Haley Aaron, attempt to enjoy a romantic dinner, but their plans are quickly derailed by Summer Newman, Allison Lanier. Summer interrupts their date, insisting that they need to talk to Kyle's son, Harrison Abbott, Redding Munsell, about Phyllis's disappearance. Summer is worried that Harrison, who has his own history of being abducted, will be deeply affected by the news. Kyle is initially reluctant to involve Harrison, but Summer's persistence wins out. Claire, ever understanding, agrees to wait while Kyle and Summer speak to Harrison. As they head upstairs, Claire decides to wait at the bar, where she strikes up a conversation with Holden Novak, Nathan Owens. The two bond over their shared love of literature and cocktails, with Holden introducing Claire to a Vesper Martini. Their flirtatious banter catches the attention of Kyle and Summer when they return, sparking a hint of jealousy in Kyle. Despite the interruption, Kyle and Claire manage to salvage their evening, with Claire reassuring Kyle that she's not threatened by Summer. However, the underlying tension between the three characters suggests that their relationships are far from stable. As Claire and Kyle share a kiss, it's clear that their connection is deepening, but the specter of Summer's presence looms large. The white van, a breakthrough in the investigation. Back at Society, Chance's discovery of the white van provides a glimmer of hope for Nick, Victoria, and Daniel. The van's connection to both Sharon and Phyllis's disappearances suggests that their abductions are linked, raising the stakes for everyone involved. Nick's determination to find Sharon and Phyllis is unwavering, and he vows to leave no stone unturned in his search.